So wait, for our recipe, we're going to use cassava. I have cassava here, already cooked with water and salt. And I'm going to start by first removing this fiber that's in the middle of all my cassava. It's very important to remove it so that there aren't any pieces left that could cause us to choke. And this cassava here is still warm. I like to leave it warm because it makes it easier to mash. I have this potato masher here, full, but if you don't have one, you can also mash it with a fork. As long as the cassava is warmer, it's easier because it becomes softer and easier to handle. And here in my region, we know it as cassava. So tell me in the comments below what cassava is known as in your region. Is it macassera, pim, or mandioca? In my region, the kind of cassava we don't eat, we call it bitter cassava. And the cassava that we eat cooked like this is just cassava. Okay. Look, everyone, I've just finished mashing all my cassava. The next ingredient I'm going to use is grated cheese. You can make as much as you want, okay? If you want to make more, make more. If you want to make less, make less. And the amount of cheese is also to taste. There's no set amount for you to make. And we're going to mix everything very well. If you prefer you can now mash it with your hands to make it easier and faster. The final texture will look like this. It will look like a slightly softer dough, like this one here. Then I take a mold like this, put some plastic wrap inside it, wool, and spread all this out on the bottom of my mold. The important thing is that it doesn't get too thick. It should be a thinner layer. If you make a lot, put it in a larger mold. And we're going to spread it. Spread it well on the bottom. Now, I'm going to use a spatula to make it easier to spread and press this dough firmly into the mold. It's very important, see? We press it well, so it's well united, well stuck together, well compacted dough. If you want, you can also use the bottom of a glass, which makes this process easier. And I'm going to close it here too. I'll also give it another little press with my hand. That's why we cut the plastic a little bigger. Close it well here. Close the other two sides, and, since it's still warm, I'm going to put it in the freezer for about 45 minutes. I take it out. It's already a little more consistent because it cooled down. It didn't freeze. It just cooled down properly. And then you just open it here. Take a small knife and cut it into pieces like this. You really don't want to make the pieces too thick, so make them a bit longer. That way, the final appearance will be much nicer. This is a recipe that, if you don't want to use cheese, you don't have to. You can follow the same process using only cassava. I put it in my air fryer. You can also bake it in the oven, okay everyone? But it cooks faster in the air fryer. I'm going to set my air fryer to 180 graus for about 15 or 16 minutes. It's ready. And here's our recipe. The cassava is super creamy inside and crispy outside. It's puffed up like a cheese bread. And I recommend you always eat it with a sauce because it's tastier that way. Look at this, everyone. An easy recipe, as you saw. 2 ingredients and very tasty.